up in the mountains, my friends, where you can still watch an eagle soar on the wind. And I walk those hills with a smile on my face, and I can't get back to God's saving grace in the mountains.
Welcome back to our Hill to Die On podcast. I am your host, Chase Dowling, and check out the garden. Check it out. Look at this. Got my, where the corn does grow, right here in Forest Hill. Look at that corn. Look at them pumpkins back there. Look at them pumpkins. Look at this. Look at this. Got spaghetti squash coming out my dang ears. Look at this. Look at all them. Look at that big old sucker there. Yeah. Can you see it? There. Oh, there. There we go. That's the one. Got you a cucumber trellis. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. God, good summer harvest season going on. That's right. Now, let's get into it here. There we go. Yeah. Anyways, hope everybody had a good week. Hope everybody had a fantastic 4th of July. The parade was awesome. Everything is awesome. Yeah, went up to the park. What was the greatest thing about the park was that most of the darn vendors up there were local vendors. They were mostly local. I mean, I think there might have been a couple from out of town here and there, but everybody got up there, and that's what you want to see. You want to see local vendors coming out to the 4th of July, and you want to see people out there supporting them, which they were. It was fantastic. Gotta love it. And the parade was awesome as well. A ton of freaking entries in that parade. There was a freaking line a mile long, literally. It was from one end of Main Street to the other. And freaking, I don't know how many people were at the 4th of July in the park, but freaking there was a ton of people. The music was great. Yeah, just a great day, great weekend all together. You just can't go wrong. And, and the weather was great to boot. So without further ado, here is your Banana Belt weather report. Thanks, Hannah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Hannah sends us another good one here. She says, this week, the grass you're touching is going to be feeling hot. Them toes are going to be burning. Today is going to be warm with plenty of sunshine and a high of 86. By tomorrow, the heat starts turning up, the highs pushing close to the 90s, and mornings remain pleasant, making them the best time to get outside before the afternoon heat settles in. Drink a cup of coffee. Wake up early this time of year, folks. Get on your front porch, drink a cup of coffee, because that's the only time it's enjoyable. Otherwise, you got to make it iced coffee. It's just the way it goes. It's shaping up to be beautiful, yet hot summer weekend. Expect mostly sunny skies Friday and Saturday with afternoon highs at 90 degrees. These would both be great days to have a cold one in the water. Yes, bush. Just saying. Sunday, we will actually see mostly cloudy skies, but the high will still be in the 80s, which is going to make it feel a bit muggy out. This weekend, you're going to want to remember to stay in the shade as often as you can and stay hydrated. Get some LMNT in you. Get that good electrolytes. And the reason why it's going to be cloudy is because we have monsoon moisture pushing in from the south. So humidity is going to be a bit higher. The heat is still hanging around at the start of next week. The month of July is doing what July does. Monday's highs remain at 90 degrees, while Tuesday looks to be the hottest day of the forecast, climbing to 91. Expect cool mornings, hot afternoons, and clear evenings. Allergy outlook. Overall, allergy levels look moderate this week. Grass pollen remains the primary trigger. If seasonal allergies bother you, well, you'll likely notice symptoms mostly during the morning hours and on breezy afternoons. Keeping the windows closed overnight and showering after spending time outdoors may help reduce pollen exposure. Of course, showering on a daily basis will help you just smell better to everybody else so their noses aren't running. So just saying, that's good advice, Hannah. And that is this week's Banana Belt weather report. All right, folks, couple quick notes. Of course, we got the calendar, like always. Calendar is being displayed. And a couple quick things. We got birthdays. We got Maggie O'Halloran. I hope, I don't know if she's a friend of the show. Maggie O'Halloran, Casey O'Halloran, Tysa Leilani, and Gage Drone on Wednesday. Then Friday, we have Rusty Irons and Zach Dominici. And then let's see, Saturday is Leah Adams. Let's go. And then Monday, Seth Spencer. Let's go. And Tuesday is Jamie Robertson. Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Of course, I know a few people on that list, so we might be partying anyways. Let's go. Yeah, get some of that. Also, I did not realize, but it was brought to my attention, the 1 week that I didn't do birthday shout-outs was the week of Megan Middleton. That's right, Megan Bernice Middleton's birthday. So she never got a birthday shout out because she is still a 25 years young. Let's go, Miss Megan Bernice. Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Olay. And now I just called you out. See, singly, now you're going to be embarrassed. You're going to be like, why'd you do that? And you're going to come to the house and you're going to say all kinds of stuff. And that, you get what you ask for. Just saying. And, yeah, fantastic. The week of July 8th through the 14th, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. French Meadows going up there this morning. A little video right here. A little video of French Meadows. That's right. Yeah, was looking beautiful. It's been looking beautiful all week. Of course, I just got you a video through the trees, but, the lake levels only dropped just a little bit. Fantastic weather up there. French Meadows is beautiful. Gotta love it. So, without further ado, let's get right into this week's Outdoor Report.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, starting it off, with the seasonal shit. Now, you've seen the garden. It is producing like a son of a gun, and everybody else's gardens are starting to produce. Number one being Carolyn and Damon Jackson over on Red Rock Drive have a farm stand up and running in their front yard right now, and they're currently selling plums, blackberry, and apricot jam, 3 or 4 different kinds of pepper jelly, and homemade vanilla extract. Let's go. Homemade vanilla extract is a tough commodity to come by. Periodically, they also have extra eggs as well, and you can get hold of her best via Facebook, and she is active on Forest Hill, helping Forest Hill. So swing by Red Rock Drive and go check out that farm stand, plus all the other farm stands that are popping up around Forest Hill. This is the time of season or time of year. That's what I wanted to get at. That we really want to start hitting up our local farm stands and maybe get a farmer's market going. I know we had plenty of cucumbers. We got to gift them out to some friends, and zucchinis. Garden is really starting to produce. Really going for it. And, so, we need to get rid of this stuff to the local community. With that said, Hannah sent us another good outdoor report. She says, while spending time in South Lake Tahoe, I once heard a local describe Forest Hill as Tahoe's backyard. Honestly, it's a pretty fitting comparison. Now, we've got one of the best 4th of July celebrations around the area, but Forest Hillians also know how to celebrate without forgetting to take care of the place we call home. Meanwhile, our neighbors in the front yard had a much less respectful weekend. For a lot of young people, spending the 4th of July in Lake Tahoe is practically a rite of passage. I know it was for me, but after another holiday that brought massive crowds, litter, and beach closures, people are starting to ask an important question. What's the real cost of a good time? This year's 4th of July at Lake Tahoe was insanely busy, especially because the holiday fell on Saturday and drew huge crowds, which, I gotta admit, I took my daughters and a couple of their friends up to watch the Donner Lake Truckee fireworks from the snow sheds. And we'll get into that here in a minute, but she is not lying. It was absolutely packed, even at the snow sheds. It's crazy. So there were major problems, particularly on the North Shore, which is a part of Placer County. The Placer County Sheriff's Office actually had to close several North Shore beaches early on July 4th after reports of large groups of teenagers from out of town gathering for multiple days, underage drinking, heavy littering, unsafe crowd sizes, and traffic gridlock in surrounding neighborhoods. Officials even issued a public message asking people not to come to certain beaches because conditions had become unmanageable. On the morning of July 5th, 446 volunteers participated in the annual Keep Tahoe Red, White, and Blue cleanup at 6 beaches around the lake. By noon, they had collected approximately 1,300 pounds of trash from the beaches, parking lots, trails, and roads, and nearby neighborhoods. Tahoe's 4th of July celebrations are a major tourism event and an important economic driver. So officials are focusing now on reducing impact of an event of this capacity. There's already talk for next year about limiting parking and beach capacity, enforcing beach closures when crowds become unsafe, providing more shuttles and transit options, increasing law enforcement presence, and stronger litter enforcement. Maybe there's a lesson here for all of us. Places like Lake Tahoe and Forest Hill are special because of the rivers, forests, trails, and small town community that make people want to spend their holidays here in the first place. Tourism is important, and everyone should get the chance to enjoy these places. But enjoying them also comes with responsibility to leave them just as beautiful as you found them. With great power comes great responsibility. Okay, just saying. If Forest Hill really is Tahoe's backyard, then I think we are already setting a pretty good example. We know how to celebrate. We pack the rivers and lakes, fill the parks, and line the streets for the parade, but we also take pride in the place we live. We pick up after ourselves, we respect our neighbors, and we understand these forests and rivers aren't just somewhere we visit. They're our home. That's something worth being proud of, and hopefully it's something that never changes. Hannah, I couldn't agree more. That's a fantastic way to say it. We need to keep our towns, and we need to keep the out-of-towners to come up and respect our towns and spend their money here. We need to keep them kind of in check as well. You know, let them know, hey, don't be ruining our dang town. Pick up your shit. Pick up after yourselves. But another great thing that we did this last weekend, I took the girls. We went down to the Sacramento Railroad Museum and then hung out in Old Town Sac. And if you haven't been down there in years, Old Town Sac, as long as you don't look east, is pretty dang cool. Once you look east, it kind of ruins the whole dang experience. But the Railroad Museum, picture, was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The docents there were all very helpful. They talk you through each car, and they really enjoy their jobs, and made our experience much, much better. And that allowed us, speaking of Dusty and Dixie and myself, to then go up to Truckee for the 4th of July and go see the snow sheds and go watch the fireworks from the snow shed. So you're looking eye level with those dang fireworks when they're going off. Pretty cool thing. But if you got kids at home this summer and you're looking for something to do, it was $24, I think, to get into that train museum. Plus, you got Old Town Sac right there. Great day trip to go down and take the kids for some history. And then we are right in railroad country. I mean, it runs all the way up I-80. There's some really cool features that really built this transcontinental railroad. Or this, what was it, the Central Pacific Railroad or whatever it was? Not very good on the knowledge on that, but still, something great to see. And ladies and gentlemen, that's this week's Outdoor Report. Well, moving right along, can't keep a good man down, as they say. We're going to jump right into this week's Thoughts for the Shitter. Okay, here's a thought. I just learned this today, and this is kind of crazy. And I was like, man, okay, that's what Thoughts for the Shitters got to be this week. Because did you know we have like 7.6 million unfilled jobs in the United States? And we have around 7 million people that are unemployed. So let's see, 7 million unemployed Americans and 7.6 million open jobs. Why do we have 7 million people that are unemployed? Why can't we fill those jobs? And people might go, well, they're not in our area, or I don't care. We should be really promoting these open jobs. And maybe they're factory jobs. Maybe they're just something to get your foot in the door. And they go, oh, we're better than that, or I have a degree, or this, that, and the other thing. But if you're sitting at home, broke, playing on your phone, putting, about 2,000 hours the average 20-year-old is spending on their phone every year right now. And that's counting the employed ones too. How much are the unemployed? I know if I sit at home on a day, of course, now I got garden and stuff like that. But I play on my phone probably a little too much, and I'm a 40-year-old man. 42, all right, I get it. Okay, but anyways, I'm just saying, maybe we should be doing something to get these people off their butts and back into the workforce. And a lot of people go, well, that's the jobs for the, the people south of the border and this, that, and the other thing. And you go, no, that's not the job. That's not their responsibility. Now, granted, they are hard workers and they got a great work ethic. I guarantee you that. And they probably outwork the people that are sitting at home playing on their phone. But at the same time, we need to be promoting America first and getting these people back to work. Now, maybe it's the regulations, because have you ever tried to go start a business? It is not the easiest thing in the world to do, but maybe we should lift the regulation off a small business and make it more like an independent contractor, make individuals independent contractors, and maybe redo our tax system to where they don't have to, smaller people don't have to, pay taxes on a new business that for the first year or something like that, to get a good startup going, to go, hey man, I want to go become a plumber. Let's get back into the trades. Why are we promoting white collar jobs as much as we are? Oh, everybody's always got to go be a doctor or a teacher or this, that, or the other thing. What about being a welder? You can make $300,000 a year being a welder. What about being a plumber? You can do the same with that, or an electrician. There's plenty of jobs out there for people to do. 7.6 million unfilled jobs in the United States right now. And a lot of them are in the trades, ladies and gentlemen. So maybe we got to lift our foot off the back of the necks of the people that are just sitting at home. Because I guarantee you, America used to be filled with people that knew how to work hard. And I guarantee you, that bloodline didn't go away. The people that are sitting at home, the kids that are sitting at home on their phone that haven't been out there applying their jobs, it's because it's not easy enough for them, and we need to make it easy for them to go out and get a job. That's all I'm saying. And that's just something to ponder while you're dropping them off down yonder. God, I hope everybody has got a good garden going. I know the peaches are starting to come in. I got a peach tree. They're starting to produce peaches. Got some apples on the tree. I gotta get those protected though, because the deer are gonna get after those. The blackberries are coming in right now. It is a fruitful season, and I'm happy for it. Did everybody pay attention to last week's Sasquatch? I know I did. But this week, of course, because there's nobody submitting anything, we're going to have to get back to some stories. So here comes this week's Sasquatch. So this week, I have a pretty cool one. It happened in... it's a Sasquatch story, so to say. Nobody really knows if it's Sasquatch, but it's kind of been in that Sasquatch realm, right? It takes place in the Sierra Nevadas, but the actual location was, I don't think has ever been publicly disclosed. Maybe privately people might know, and if you know, comment on it. But with Ron Moorhead at ronmoorhead.com, you can go to get more information about this, called the Sierra Sounds. So in from 1950 something till about 1970, these hunters were going up into a high Sierra camp. And if anybody's ever been to Hellhole, and camped at Hellhole, in the middle of the night, occasionally, you will hear some strange things. You'll hear rock clacks, you'll hear whoops, you'll hear all kinds of different things. And Hellhole was supposed to be in kind of a known spot back in the day before the dam and the lake was put in to be kind of a Bigfoot hotspot. So maybe it's that spot. It's Ron Moorhead says it's somewhere between Lake Tahoe and Yosemite. So maybe it's down by Jackson or Bear Lake or something like that. But I like to think it's more local. But anyway, these hunters had a hunting cabin. It might still even be up there, but they'd go hunting, from 1950 to 1970. And every time they'd hear the wood knocks. You always hear about all the Bigfoot stuff, right? The wood knocks, which I don't know why they're knocking on wood. Why are they knocking on wood? The percussion. No, I mean, hell, they're supposed to be aliens from outer space or something anyway. So they hear the wood knocks and they hear the hoops and then they hear like this samurai chatter and all this stuff. So then Ron Moorhead, so what I've gathered, he becomes kind of part of the hunting group in early 1970, 71, somewhere in there. And so he starts hearing all these things too. Well, then he gets a guy named Al Berry with a bunch of recording equipment. Let's see, it was Al, he was thinking, so he gets Al Berry, you go, hey Al, bring a bunch of your recording stuff. I want you to come up and record these sounds that we're hearing at this dang cabin. So Al goes, all right, and he thinks he's going to debunk the whole thing. But it turns out, he doesn't debunk it, he just makes it even more crazy, and then this whole thing, blows up. People have heard these tapes for a long time, and nobody can figure it out. I mean, they got the wood knocks, they got the whoops, they got, what are some of the other sounds that they're making? Whistles, growls, all kinds of, and then this thing called the samurai chatter, where it's like, it's weird stuff. Go to ronmoorhead.com. Go look this stuff up. Look it up on YouTube. You can figure it out. But they also seen large footprints near camps. They heard the sounds near the camps. And items were disappearing from the camps. So, maybe it's Bigfoot. Maybe it's a hoax. Maybe it's something else. Nobody really knows. But I tell you what, you go spend a night in Hellhole by yourself, wake up about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you might hear something that'll change your mind on the whole thing. That's all I'm saying. And if you don't know, now you know. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you had a good week. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you continue to have a great summer. I hope all your gardens are fruitful and bearing. And I just love this community. God, I love 4th of July. I love America. I love everything. And I love all you. And with that said, why did the mushroom go to the party? Well, because he was a fun guy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this week. Hope you have a good week. Hope you have a good weekend. And we'll be seeing you on the next one. Peace.